Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Zim, and this is Horizon Lost World of Darkness Mage, Season 1, Episode 20, Recruitment. As usual, we are going to begin with introductions, starting with Kerr. Though I will also say to everyone that I am also going to be running Stream Raiders Dungeons mode today, so make sure you place your troops. Carry on, sorry.
Hey there. No, you're good. Hello, everyone. I'm Kerr. I am the storyteller for this game. We do happy fun times here, and I like to mess with my players despite them always breaking my stuff. But yes. Next.
Hello, Commander. In response to your request, we have sent backup. Good luck, Commander. We are forever in your debt.
Tanya, thank you very much for that gift sub. And yes, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
The first stream of the year. And we're starting with a tabletop game. Pretty fitting for the channel. So, I'll go ahead and go next today. I am, of course, Zim, or just Zim, and I am playing Cody Taylor, a member of the Virtual Adepts for the Mages, rather specialized towards correspondence and entropy. And I'll turn it over to Warren.
I am Toshime. I am playing War and Peace, an Order of Hermes mage, who likes to make things go just a little bit more pop.
Bonk.
I am the Fox Bard. I am playing Reinhardt, the party's paranormal investigator, who specializes in spirit, but also has a little bit of both life and entropy, because his specialization is death.
And then Portia is being replaced today by Tanuki.
I gave him a gun.
That will go well.
Yeah, it'll go very well, I'm sure. After having actually seen who Tanuki is and what Kerr very much 100% based the the little tournament thing on.
I told you I literally said in the game that this is what it was based on. It's in the world, for God's sake. You could watch the episodes.
Hey everybody, Tanuki here. Glad to be here.
Oh.
Did I just break her?
So,
Yes, you did.
Okay, Tanya, I'm giving you something for that. I don't know what I'm giving you yet, but I'm giving you something because that was fucking great. Oh my God, I thought we actually had Ramadan coming. Yeah. And it's like, okay, yep, I have to do something for that. And that's like, oh, that was you? That was great.
Voice mod is a wonderful tool. Also,
Yes, it is.
somebody clip that, please. Anyways, go on with your actual intro, Tanya.
The temptation to turn that filter back on is overwhelming right now. Okay, anyways, I am Tananana, and I am running Portia, the consummate doctor, apparently the only person in all of recorded history to actually de-marauder a marauder without de-lifing them in the process.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently I wear a size 1 salt outfit.
It's fabulous, darling.
Don't forget the fact that the bubblegum hair that you have is natural.
Yeah, the hair color. That's not dye. That's the product of paradox. Remember, kids, magic is not a toy, it's a tool, and you shouldn't play with it, doing things like, teleporting your friends randomly against their will.
Not unless you want to look cool like Portia.
Reinhardt, I will end you.
My friend, many have tried.
Yeah, but they haven't tried it the way that I have. I will give you a super liver. You will never be able to get drunk again.
What? It's not killing, that's torture.
And I am Alexis McKenna, a mage of the Sahija Cult of Ecstasy. And I dabble in the mind expansion substances and am adept in the time, forces, and mind spheres.
You do drugs, you do magic.
Yep. I guess I spent the previous few hours passed out from a particularly good trip. So that happened.
I keep thinking Portia's the one that does the drugs.
Makes the drugs. I use them.
Okay.
Yeah, so as it turns out, I thought that I gave him E. It was actually MDMA, and he went away for a while.
Yep.
Man, we have so many people who substance abuse in this party. We have Reinhardt who substance abuse alcohol, Lexus who substance abuses drugs,
Everything.
Warren who substance abuses magic.
I mean, this is basically just the world of darkness in a nutshell.
Oh, and don't forget Cody substance abuses Martens.
This is true.
I will go full archaeologist meme. I'll reference kitten huffing.
Yay!
Turkeme tipped $80.
Wait, we get what?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that
not
is
quite
the
yet.
donation goal. And Toshime, thank you so very much for that donation. It really means so much. I'm gonna have to figure out, because I can never remember the steps for the tiers, but I think at least 2 of them have been completed. No, I think 3.
3.
All but the last tier.
25.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Is it 4 tiers or 5 tiers?
4.
4, I think.
Then it's definitely 3 of the 4.
Thank you. And we'll turn the recap over to Tanya.
Wait, did you introduce yourself?
No, he did not.
Yes,
shame.
yes, I did. I started.
Oh. Okay, so, gonna have a hard time remembering the details on this. It's been so long. I think there was like a game or something. I can feel the glare. Okay, so last episode we were winding down after having completed the harrowing adventure that was getting the Marauder to stand down. Originally, we were going to do that by stabbing them aggressively, but in the end, we were actually able to save their life by fixing their soul, or avatar, or whatever. So, while having some downtime, everybody got up to some slight shenanigans, a little bit of pranking with each other, and then Domino got involved, and as it turns out, 1, he's got some interesting things that he needs us to do, and 2, he feels empty inside, and he wants to fill that emptiness. Or more specifically, he didn't know what to do about the emptiness until someone suggested filling it.
Did
And
anyone get him drunk?
I don't think fair folk can get drunk, can they?
Maybe they need a perfect alcohol.
I was going to
I
suggest
did
substance
keyword.
abuse.
Unanimous dispensation.
Timber_Tyrants_Templar tipped $100.
Whoa.
Happy New Year.
Ooh.
Yay!
Timber, thank you so much for that donation.
We must
Ooh,
You and
little
rejoice
bit
Tosha
of
with
made
this.
both. You and Tosha made both. It means so much. Thank you. The donation goal has been completed. Holy crap, it has been a long time since I last said that.
We must
At
do
least it
this.
feels like it has.
Aw, I can't. I don't have enough points for it. I was gonna do the crab rave, but I can't afford it.
If you don't give me something to do, I'll have to amuse myself, and no one wants that.
Moriarty says perfect.
Ah,
You called me darling.
yes,
What
here,
is it?
try this. I gave him a bottle.
What is this, darling?
You drink it.
What's in it?
Indeed. Darling, I have a very specific palate. I can't just put anything and everything in me. It would possibly, could you imagine it, besmirch my perfection? Why, the sheer thought of it makes me just...
Do you still feel empty inside?
Well, you see, darling, me and my darling future wife had a very, very nice conversation. She tried to shoot me repeatedly, which tells me that it was a good conversation.
So you don't?
I don't remember trying to shoot you, so that means that you're actually after somebody else, so this is progress.
Well, I am willing to form a harem. If you wish to join my harem as my
That was
concubine...
not a proposition.
Well, you offered, it felt like.
Listen,
To be
if you're
fair.
if you're not feeling empty inside, give the damn bottle back.
Oh my
But what if
God.
I do wish to try it?
It's only for people who feel empty inside.
Keep it in case I need it, as it vanishes.
Okay, but
So, I'm still holding the fourth wall here. Should I just set this down somewhere?
Let's go ahead and finish the recap.
By the way, it's a bottle. It's a bottle of vodka, like 50% alcohol by weight.
Speaking of random bottles and random marriages, that is something that ended up becoming relevant for that, which was an inadvertent offering of alcohol in exchange for betrothal, specifically towards Reinhardt. But he declined. It's honestly the only time we've ever seen Reinhardt pass up booze.
It was tempting.
Yep, even if it meant being married to a fair folk, you would take booze.
It was tempting. I didn't do it.
So, where we're at right now is that there's some interesting shenanigans going on in another location. And amidst those shenanigans, oddly, there aren't any really big power player shenanigans going on. Which is weird, because they're always doing random stuff. So if suddenly all of the big scary folks are laying low, or at the very least, not actively antagonizing their rivals, makes you wonder, Why? Why are they going out of their way to not make us think about things right now? The entire forest goes quiet when the predators are around.
Also, this was requested.
The fox bar is dancing with the crabs.
So, yeah, that is the recap.
Alright, I'm dancing with the crabs right now.
Oh.
Crab dance interruption is a good interruption.
Oh. This is true.
Someone said they wanted to play it, and I was like, hold on, I think I have that card.
Yeah, well, I mean, considering that that is a saltwater creature, that is the perfect interruption.
Anywho.
Alright. Is there anything else that we want to get out of our systems beforehand? Well, darling, I can always come back for an encore. We did have so much fun.
If you
corner,
don't give me
now.
something to do, I'll have to amuse myself, and no one wants that.
Tanya says
I
perfect.
hate you all so much right now. Well, she does wish to see me, and she even used a card to call me darling. See, I told you
Wait,
you
I did.
are into
Oh no,
me.
I did not. I did not. What the heck? No.
I'm pretty sure it said
TD.
Tanya.
No, there are shenanigans going on. See, look, my Twitch name is Tanya Sapien.
Sus.
Yeah. Sus.
If you don't give me something to do, I'll have to amuse myself, and no one wants that.
Tanya Sapien says perfect.
You see, darling, you do want to see me.
There it is.
Hello there, darling. So delightful to see you here.
Cody teleported me again.
But yes, let's get into it. We're already a little bit. We've already lost time.
We're already
So.
shenaniganed.
Shenanigan.
No, stop. Stop it. Kerr, whenever you want to set the stage.
If you don't give me something to do, I'll have to amuse myself, and no one wants that.
Tanya Sapien says perfect. Because she wants to marry Domino.
Oh.
I'm
that's
gonna declare.
An interesting way to propose.
I'm going to declare red rule against the stream itself. Kerr,
I mean,
come on,
I'm
whenever
afraid
you get started here.
I'm afraid that the red rule only applies in Exalted.
Don't care. I use it everywhere.
What's the red rule?
If something becomes uncomfortable, then it immediately stops. No questions asked.
So, in Exalted, because of how broken the characters are specifically designed to be, it's possible to make what is not so affectionately known as a date rape character.
Oh, no, actually, there's a canon character who does that.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, there's actually a canon character who did that during the first stage. He was a fucking monster. The thing is, his charm worked so well, it even affected him.
Sounds about right. But
narcissist.
yeah, so basically, because your characters are basically godly, it means that if you build them around seduction, they can just outright manipulate people to the point of near total control. Which,
Hello, Mahasuchi,
you know,
as well.
when that ends up being players rolling against each other, and it's basically just give me your sheet, you're now my pet. That kinda sorta makes the entire situation uncomfortable. So the red rule was created as a fourth wall bypassing escape button.
Yes.
It's a safe
literally in the
word.
rules.
Yeah, it's a safe word, basically.
Mhm.
Like, if you're like, no, I don't want this plot line to continue as it's going because it's making me uncomfortable. And honestly, I feel like all tabletops should have a red rule.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Rusk!
Oh, come on, Portia. Didn't you want to burn down the orphanage with us?
No! Rose might, I don't.
We have game-breaking ethereal influence already.
Oh,
The
no!
game hasn't even started! He hasn't even set the stage!
Domino getting wedded!
The Empress
it's Timber
demands
that
the
redeemed
game
it.
continues.
Praise the Empress!
Alright, well, I
Kurt,
guess
do
we
your
better get
thing.
started.
Thank you, Timber.
Alright. And so we begin. It is yet another day. You guys have had a chance to relax. You guys had a very nice get together at a restaurant. You guys got to deal with Domino. That part wasn't so great. And now it's been a couple of days. You had a chance to relax, kind of enjoy yourselves, to just decompress, basically.
What do we
Yeah.
stop the booze?
You've been able to kind of do what you want to do it's been about a little over a week and a half, and no one has died. No world-ending threats have appeared.
That means some willpower comes back, right?
Yes, you get 1 willpower back a day.
Ah, awesome.
All right.
So
That's
you
been
would all be
several.
refilled.
And since I would be using the coffee maker regularly, I'm gonna give myself a few points of quintessence.
But no, things have been probably pretty decent, all things considered.
How's Tycoon been doing?
Tycoon's been doing pretty well so far. He's been adapting decently. He hasn't done a lot with his magic yet, just because he's afraid if he tries, he might break something. So he's been kind of careful about that. He only practices when he's in the tree with you, Portia.
Yeah, only practice inside the sanctum because if anything breaks, then it gets immediately shut down.
Yeah, inside the sanctum, it's mostly safe. His paradigm does not align with your guys's, so he is not completely protected from paradox. But it's very heavily mitigated because basically you've been working on incorporating his paradigm with yours. It
And
isn't.
What is his paradigm?
He uses his belt still.
Ah,
All of his magic is done through his belt.
weeb.
And his different effects are through different buckles he attaches to the belt.
Weeb.
Yes, yes, it is, and he's proud of it.
Mr. DM,
Yes.
can I expand my paradox?
You can expend 1 point of paradox unless you wish to immediately trigger it.
Was it like 1 a day?
No, it's 1 a week, and you cannot use magic at all during that week.
Ah!
How much
Trigger.
paradox do you have?
Like 7.
Oh, do it. Worst that can happen is your hair gets permanently altered.
Yeah, let's do it.
7
I'm
points
rolling the
is
dice.
terrible.
I'm rolling the dice. I want to see what happens.
Hey, Kerr.
Yes.
Can Cody use can Cody use correspondence to kind of move somebody's vision to a fixed point?
Oh no, your camera broke.
How would you do that with your specific paradigm? You use technology and such to do it, so how would you do that to somebody?
He kind of pulls up one of the many video games out there that have those terrible like fixed angle cameras, and basically
the old Resident Evil
program. Yeah, exactly, old Resident Evil, and kind of programs it that way. And he's gonna do it on Portia.
Why?
And basically just stick her vision in like the middle of the wall of her room, and then make it loop so when she moves off camera, quote unquote, she just comes in on the other side.
You would need life or mind to do that as well.
Yeah, I've got some life. Help me with this paradox.
Or wait, what's your correspondence?
4. And I do have 2 dots in life.
Okay, then you don't. No, I was thinking you could use specifically correspondence by basically linking the spaces directly in front of her eyes with the space of whichever area you want to.
Exactly.
So you're not directly affecting her body, you're affecting just basically the area directly in front of her. And then just locking it in to stay in that spot no matter where she moves and such. So it moves with her basically. You could attempt to do that, yes.
You accidentally teleport her eyes out of her head.
That is a distinct possibility. I don't think that Portia would be able to forgive him after that. It's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye.
Yep.
Nobody moved. Might step on it.
Very tempting. Also, what can I do with entropy? Wait,
Entropy
that's a luck
tends
one.
to have. Entropy usually has 2 uses. Entropy is used for either entropy is used usually for fate, luck, and chance. So, have you ever seen Final Destination or any of the Final Destination movies?
Nope.
I have.
So you basically manipulate probability to make really, really crazy things happen that that you can get people killed with.
Freak accidents.
Ah.
Those 1 in a million, how the hell did that person die type things.
The person was running. A brick fell, hit a little plank, threw a rock forward, and hit the person's leg. The person stumbles as the wind blows and pushes a person to the side, and his arm just happens to hit the bar that turns on a wood chipper. As the person falls forward a bit more, a skateboarder who is going down stumbles from the wind, and his skateboard goes flying. The person's leg hits the skateboard, completely throws him off as he gets sent to the side, right towards the wood chipper, and falls into the wood chipper and gets ground up.
It's weaponized Rube Goldberg machines.
Yes.
It doesn't even need to be a Rube Goldberg machine. You can make it elegant and simple. Like the log.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the log.
What's the log?
Final Destination.
Oh,
I've never seen
Okay.
Final Destination or any videos
in Final
or clips
Destination-
or anything.
In Final Destination, in one of the scenes, there's a truck on the highway carrying logs. One of the logs breaks loose, bounces off the pavement, and proceeds to go through the car behind it like a javelin.
Mm-hmm. Like
Wow.
literally perfect aim.
I've never seen Final Destination, but they put that scene in the commercials, and that did it for me.
I do everything I can to avoid commercials and advertisements. Except on Twitch.
I agree, but this was like literally when I was like in high school, back when TV was still my main method of watching things. I think this was before even like didn't Final Destination come out before Twitch was a thing?
Mm-hmm.
I never watched much TV. The TV was always occupied by my mom for her soap operas, or my younger siblings for Dora the Explorer and other such shows.
Dora. 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 Sorry, I got stuck doing that too.
So, I never watched much TV.
When Kerr is talking, his chin moves down just enough that his name almost looks like it's Rur.
Rur.
We get distracted by the weirdest crap.
So anyways.
Yeah.
Also, entropy is also death magic. If you literally just want someone to die or to do really, really bad things to a person's body, entropy also goes along with that too.
So Cody's putting portion of video game and getting more paradox.
Kerr?
Yes?
Cody wants to make the Death Note.
That would be entropy magic, yes.
Speaking of notes, the journal. Did Tycoon keep his memories and all that fun stuff?
Yep. He did.
Okay, so he's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
That means the journal has dropped down in priority. It was only a high priority in case it needed to be used as a black box.
Did he keep his memories? What did you say?
Oh, did he keep his memories of, well, basically everything? Because the worry was that, his brain might have kind of gotten fried by all the crap that was going on. And since that journal had a whole bunch of information about him, various personal things, various wants, desires, relatives, that sort of thing. Basically, if his memory was lost, that would be what would be needed to jostle it.
Actually, this reminds me, I have not actually respent experience points. Because at one point I upgraded my correspondence to 5 dots and never actually... Or I couldn't at that time, so I need to go spend those points elsewhere.
Wait. You're cranking your correspondence up to 5?
I tried that before, then I was told that I couldn't because our arete isn't high enough yet. I didn't realize that, so... But I never got around to actually spending those points anywhere else.
Turn up the arete.
How much does it cost to increase arete?
You can't.
You
You can
can
only increase through roleplay.
Okay. How does Cody increase his arete?
So, because it's story-based, it has to be like personal character development. Cody has to come to the realization that the only reason that he kept picking on Portia so much is that he really saw her as a sibling, and with this outpouring of empathetic feelings, he realizes he should stop pranking her all the time.
Mr. Warren, Cody's parents never hugged him.
Nani?
No, we're distracted again.
But yes. You guys have a little bit of chance to rest, relax, enjoy yourselves, have some fun. You know, just basically kind of be yourselves.
Yeah, Portia will be spending that time focusing on her duties, and during her free time, she'll be doing what she can to train Tycoon, to walk him through all the basics that apply to every field, every sphere.
Wait, Portia.
Reinhardt.
You make plans.
Okay.
And you make drugs for Alexis. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you make booze?
I technically have the lab equipment to distill pure alcohol, yes.
Yes.
But what have you done for me lately?
I've been a reasonable individual who's been helping you through all of your things.
What? Okay, first off, what happened to all the booze you already had?
Okay, Cody is trying to hide them from me.
Okay, so that means that you're using me to sneak around an active and ongoing intervention.
What? No.
It sounds to me like Cody's trying to get you off the sauce. And you're coming to me to find a way to source it in-house so that he can't intercept you on the way to the store.
He just wants to keep it all for himself. He does not care if I drink. He does only have very expensive booze.
Kerr.
Oh, no, that's it. If you're drinking his top shelf stuff, that makes sense.
So, Kerr.
All of his stuff is top shelf.
What kind of sphere would I need to determine booze from other forms of healthy sustenance?
Matter.
Matter? Cool, he's got
Matter. Yes. You literally just bring up your supercomputer, type in a few things, scan the eye object, and it tells you exactly what it is.
Don't you water my wine!
So what he's going to do...
Turn his wine into water.
No. What he's going to do is basically put a filter using correspondence and matter. And basically anytime that Reinhardt tries to drink alcohol, the alcohol is going to go, it'll go in his mouth. He can taste it. We'll let him taste it. And then as soon as he tries to swallow it, it's just going to be teleported back outside of his body.
Given that that's like inside the body, wouldn't he need life to be able to manipulate in that way?
Not if he's not touching the body directly.
You fool. Good luck with all the paradox. Glug, 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 glug.
I'll take you down with me, bitch.
No. You see, you get paradox if it's primarily if it's in front of somebody that doesn't believe or such. Well, what Cody's going to do is he's just going to, or if it's vulgar, yeah.
Well,
however,
he's drinking but not getting drunk. That's vulgar.
But not for Cody.
It would be considered to be vulgar because of teleportation. Teleportation magic is usually almost always vulgar. Unless you're within your sanctum.
I was going to say we're in our sanctum, though, aren't we?
What if nobody ever sees where it starts and where it ends?
Reality, it's the way I would put it is you would get less paradox, but you would basically have the issue of eventually reality is watching you do this. You're pulling tighter and tighter and tighter on reality strings, and eventually reality goes, bitch, what do you think you're doing? And then suddenly the string snaps back and punches you in the dick.
You know, Cody, you might be onto something. I can go to bars and I can outdrink people and I can make so much money.
What about if he, like what was suggested, he turns the wine into water?
Somehow this just reminded me of something. The chair that Portia had vandalized, she does go back and attempt to repair on that later. She was frustrated, but she's not a dick.
You could try that. I think it would still be vulgar. But it would only be vulgar if you actually got caught.
I got him.
Okay, so he's never going to tell Reinhardt.
Look, if it'll keep you from getting confrontational with Cody and touching his top shelf, very expensive, likely imported alcohol, I already produce pure alcohol for various solutions. I can just increase the production a little bit and set some aside for you. Just bear in mind, it's completely pure. This is laboratory grade. This is basically triple distilled moonshine.
Perfect.
And just for the record, I was able to finagle the points. Cody now has at least one dot in every sphere.
You can
I've been
sense
contemplating
pretty much
doing
anything.
I've been contemplating doing that myself, actually.
I don't know how many points I have, and I'm waiting for us to standardize that.
What?
I thought it was just 5 experience every session.
Yeah.
And there was a point where I lost track.
Same. I had to kind of eyeball it.
Honestly, I am
were you
completely
waiting for?
lost on experience with this too.
I
What
just
we-
want
what we need-
I want the DM to at some point just say this is how much experience y'all have, and then I can go ahead and spend it.
After today's session, we will have earned 100 experience.
How do I... Yeah, the thing is, though, there's some stuff that costs different amounts for a fresh character versus leveling up, so we would have to have, the original and then the...
Yes. Look in Horizon Lost Mage, though, and that at least gives you the new experience costs.
Oh, what I'm saying is, that's a lot of math. Could just say, if it's starting on this session and moving forward, at the end of each session, the DM has to remember, okay, everybody, put down your experience for the day.
Okay.
Because if there's that reminder that gets done, then that'll make sure that it actually happens. If anybody loses track, it's completely on them.
I mean, as far as that goes, literally we just look at the episode number and multiply it by 5. We're on episode 20.
Yep.
Yeah. Thing is, though, I've been keeping what spendable experience I have in the little box rather than spendable and then total. Now that I think about it, I probably should have spendable and total.
Yes, you should.
I now have both spendable and total. I'm just going to assume that I was keeping track of it accurately. Okay, carrying on.
So, is there anything else any of you were up to then?
No, Portia's just filling out work orders, restocking Alexis's drug cabinet.
Woohoo!
Yeah, she does still have that agreement with Isaac, right? Sending them supplies.
Yep.
Okay, then she would have another care package for Reinhardt to deliver.
So, while you guys are up to that, would you guys all be at Cody's Manor?
Yeah, Portia's gonna be working day and night.
Reinhardt will help.
Alexis has fed the birds at least once during the week.
Pinch Force 5.
Yes.
Nice, nice. They appreciate it. They have a
Well,
very
like, fed
specific
the birds
brand
at the
of.
park too.
It sounded so hyped
per
as
the-
soon as you said that.
Agreement.
Hey, by the way, does me having 4 spheres and spirit help me make spirits?
If you want to like make a spirit out of literal nothing, you need spirit 5 to do that. If you want to change a spirit, you can basically change it any which way you want with spirit 4.
But if I want to make spirits out of potatoes,
you would take the spirit of a potato.
Potatoes have spirits in them already?
Everything technically has a spirit.
Ah, potato spirits with spirit.
I don't see why people might do this, but it is possible to do.
I can make ghost booze. I'll corner the market.
Actually,
all the paranormals will love me.
Reinhardt?
Actually,
Reinhardt?
the ghosts actually would love you.
Okay, Reinhardt, if you don't calm down, I'm going to denature all the alcohol that I produce in the lab.
No. Just think about it. This could be a proper business.
So
ghosts have money?
How did Cody's casting of that little wine to water thing go?
Roll Arete. Let's find out together, everyone.
Botch.
Not quite.
2.
Yeah, that's enough to do it.
Cool. Okay, carry on.
So now later on, when he's drinking the moonshine and it's not doing anything, Portia gets blamed.
Yep.
He's pranking 2 birds with 1 spell.
You're really tempting me to remove that pacifist trait from the sheet.
But you have chosen death.
Oh, by the way, I was doing my paradox. Should we do that?
It'll happen.
That was a while back. Yeah.
I want to take it off.
Yes, you can take it off, but nothing happens.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
And can I also tap the coffee machine for some quintessence?
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah,
Portia lets you.
It's been a full week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I only gave myself 4 pips. That's 4 cups, and it's 2 cups per day. So actually, that means there'd be enough for everybody to get a couple points.
All right.
Okay, let's mathematically, that's 2 times 7 is 14. 14 between 1, 2, 3.
Say a week and a half per?
Is there
Yep,
a max
about a week and a half.
Is there a max to how much quintessence you can have?
Only up to your avatar rating. So all of you guys can have up to 5.
Oh.
For some
Oh,
reason,
then I'm
my
removing
sheet
one-
has 8 marked.
There is ways to
Yeah.
go above that. Normally it is only 5.
Okay, I unchecked
Okay,
one of
guess
them. I
I-
had 6 quintessence, so I only took 3 from the coffee maker, not 4.
Normally quintessence is extremely hard to find. It usually never comes up.
Okay, so if it's a week and a half, are we doing for a week and a half? Are we doing 10 days? Or are we doing 11?
Hey! I paid for the lesser wonder. I'm going to use the lesser wonder.
Very good wonder.
And
Okay.
wonders also can store quintessence.
Yes.
Mr. Kerr, 10 days or 11 days if we're doing a week and a half?
11.
11? Okay, so 11 times 2 is obviously 22. It would take 25 for each of us to have a full 5 quintessence. So the 3 of us get 4.
I already have 5. So
I
somebody else can
don't
have mine.
know. I don't know. I actually have 9 marked on my sheet. And the only reason I would
How?
have is from you telling me to, Kerr. So I guess I have 9
I
quintessence.
believe you were given some.
Oh,
Oh,
And you
that's the
just
case.
never-
I'm taking Cody's.
no.
Okay, look,
gonna
I
hold
already
on
had a
to that.
couple, and Cody is overfilled. I'd say that we have enough for us to top off. Any surplus would have gone towards Tycoon and his training.
A good boy explosion happens. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm still getting this down.
Good boy explosion?
Tycoon.
What is a good boy explosion?
Tycoon's still working on weaponizing his transformations. Whenever he transforms, there's an explosion behind him. So he turns around, and then he basically gets a grenade going off.
Yeah, you're gonna have to work on not having so much discharge.
Now, I know werewolves like to consume souls and whatnot. What else likes to consume souls?
Your mom?
Really, really bad things most of the time.
That's what I said.
So really, spirit booze will just be popular with werewolves.
Also, it would probably be popular with ghosts as well.
With ghosts, okay.
Trade it for information.
That's probably all you can trade it for.
I mean, yeah. You wanted an asset that the spirits have, and you're a detective, so trading spirit booze for intel.
Not a bad idea.
You know what? I'm gonna test it on our werewolf friends.
Well, first we'll have to be able to make it. Right now, it's purely theoretical.
Well, let me see the plants first, and I'll take the spirits out of the plants. Then you booze them, and then I put the spirits back in the booze. Yes.
I honestly didn't see zombie potato on my horoscope.
Out of character, I have to warn you. Reinhardt might be losing his magical powers soon.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Why would I lose my powers?
Your powers are based on you being drunk.
I thought that was Alexis.
Yeah,
It's been
Lexus
Alexis
was
that
based
needs-
on drugs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my powers are... I don't need to be drunk. I
Okay.
choose to be drunk.
I would like to point something out. Since I had actually gone back and reviewed the last episode to make sure that I was up to speed on this exact thing happened back then too. He was confusing Alexis's need for drugs with Reinhardt's alcoholism.
Uh-huh.
It's fine. So, while you guys are doing all this, Portia, your vision has suddenly changed. It's like you're in a very cheap PS1 video game. You're watching your body doing things, but you're not seeing it from your own perspective. You're seeing it from, like, the wall.
Oh no. Portia, what happened? Your chest is a triangle.
I'm watching myself arming the paintball gun and swapping to the Mace magazine.
Why?
I'm going to use a life to attempt to reset my vision. Life and prime if needed.
you get
Cody
close
did
to
not do the
Reinhardt-
vision thing.
Oh, you rolled
Cody did-
Arte for that.
I rolled Arate
No,
for
but-
the wine into water.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I got mixed up. I'm sorry. We
Oh
were
my
talking about that
God.
before.
Okay, so he's not gonna do that thing.
Okay, you're fine then, Portia. You're fine. Sorry. That was my fault.
Oh, he's
'Cause,
picked on Portia enough.
Yeah, Cody was about to be one of the zombies in Resident Evil 2, and I was gonna go full Claire Redfield on him.
I was gonna say when she gets close to Reinhardt, he's got a bobbing exclamation point above his head.
Oh, hey, you're a quest giver.
Yes, make me boost.
So, suddenly there is a ring of the doorbell. Ding dong dong ding. Bing bong bong bing.
1, 2, 3, not it.
Aren't you and I in like the greenhouse or something?
Probably.
It would kind of ring around the entire, property.
Well, there is an
However,
intercom.
Yeah, there's an intercom system. But either way, Cody's got a butler. Why would any of us need to answer the door? He's got
Because
one
we're not
hell
used
of
to
a
being waited
butler.
on. Yeah, we're not used to being waited
Cody.
on. Moneybags.
I mean, I'm starting to get used to it.
The intercom goes off in the room that you're in, Cody. Sir, you have a guest who wishes to speak to you.
And who isn't?
Apparently he is an FBI agent.
Oh, all right.
I have a grower's license.
Oh, boy. I mean, at least it's not a raid. Otherwise, they wouldn't
Alexis
ring
would
the
be hurriedly
doorbell.
trying to hide. Alexis would be hurriedly trying to hide all of his drugs. Don't let him in! Don't let him in!
No, Alexis, don't worry. I have permits for most of that stuff, and you're registered as a test subject.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Cody is going to the door.
He doesn't even question that he's registered as a test subject.
Cody, when you come there is a man standing at the entryway with Ferris. Black suit, black sunglasses. But he is smiling, and he's just kind of having small talk with Ferris before he sees you, and he smiles and nods his head. Hello there. Cody, yes?
Yes, I am Cody Taylor.
Wonderful. I am, Agent Anderson, as he offers his hand to you.
Mr. Anderson.
Cody will shake the hand.
I understand that you have a few other people who live here with you?
That is correct. May I ask what brings you here today?
Gestures vaguely at the tank in the front yard.
I'm pretty sure we would have put that in a garage.
Oh, it's a perfect lawn ornament.
Actually, did we lose it?
No, it's still there.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure we would have put that in the garage.
It would fit in your garage. You got a huge
just
garage.
sitting in the front drive right next to the trespassers will be shot sign.
Dear grid coordinates.
So, anyways, his response.
Yeah, sorry. Well, I am here on some need to know business as he kind of glances around outside. And it would be easier to discuss in a more private location.
I assure you that my grounds are as secure as they could possibly be. Cody gestures to the literal sniper tower up near the front gate.
I represent an organization who is looking
Yes, the
for
FBI.
another organization other than the FBI.
No, dear, somebody with power.
Oh, so are you saying you're a dirty cop?
No. I work for an organization that strives to protect humanity and reality itself from things that should not. That he kind of pauses. From things that
Kerr?
distort.
Did you really bring
Yes?
the SCP Foundation into this?
No, this is the technocracy.
The
Do they
SCP
know what we
Foundation.
are? Wait,
Yes,
does the technocracy know about us?
No, they obviously do. We've interacted with them directly.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Isaac is a member of the technocracy.
Yeah, Isaac is also very independent.
But he does work for the technocracy, yes. Also, the technocracy is pretty much aware of every mage. It's just the matter of they don't always go after them. It's really hard to hide from them when they're in the FBI, the banks, literally everywhere.
Okay, so back in character here. Cody's going to interrupt him. Okay, so you're saying you work for the technocracy.
He nods, indeed. Literally, one of the organizations in the technocracy is called the Men in Black.
My God.
Literally, by canon, one of the groups in the technocracy is the Men in Black.
The movies were right. What have you done with Will Smith?
Also, I just want to say, the SCP Foundation copied the technocracy. The technocracy came first.
Oh my god.
Anyways.
I mean, I feel like SCP is different enough from the technocracy in general to.
It's really its own thing.
Yeah,
the SCP Foundation's really its own thing.
I know, but the Foundation itself is basically modeled after the technocracy. The technocracy is very similar to it.
I would argue that their roots are independent, and any commonality is due to the emergence of tropes.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not saying they copied it, but I mean, if you compare the technocracy and the Foundation, I was
exact
okay.
Words.
That's my fault. My apologies. I was using more of that as a joke of when Zim said you brought the Foundation into this, and it's like, well, technically the technocracy came first. They're very similar to each other, to where you could draw parallels between one or the other.
Yes, we've had this discussion
Are we doing that
recently.
SCP roleplay?
What'd you say there, Moriarty?
When are we doing that SCP roleplay? I really want to roll up my my NTF.
Just a quick thing. This conversation that's happening, who all is within earshot of it?
Just Cody and Ferris.
Yeah.
However, as I was going to get to it, when we get back into this,
good.
Cody's just going to sigh, rubbing the bridge of his nose before he, raises his arm, taps on his wrist computer a little bit, and everybody is using correspondence magic. Everybody is going to be teleported to his study.
Good God.
Lexus has a blunt in his mouth, which he hurriedly puts out.
Does he have to roll for this, or?
You would, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
And yeah, if it succeeds, then yeah, Alexis showing up mid-smoke. I have a prescription.
One.
That's enough to do so.
Who's hissing?
You're here. You're able to do it, yes, and you got 1 success. That's enough to do it.
Meanwhile, Reinhardt's
botched.
Meanwhile, Reinhardt's dressed up
Moriarty?
like he's about to make meth.
We're getting a lot of static from you.
Yep, sorry, the sync's running in the background.
Yeah, that's better. That's fine now. I think it was only when you were talking.
I kind of imagine that Alexis is in his bathrobe as well.
Oh, yeah.
It was like sitting on the toilet, not using it, just sitting on, the lid, just in his bathrobe, getting a quick one in before his morning shower.
Sure.
What?
What?
Jody, what the hell?
Blunt.
Oh, okay. My mind went somewhere entirely different with that, and I was very concerned.
Obviously in the gutter.
Don't you know people, druggies usually do it in the bathroom, so that way if the cops come, they quickly flush it down the toilet.
No, because I don't touch that stuff.
Plus bathrooms, have the ventilation thing, yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Actually, I should not say that because, a lot of druggies tend to be idiots. There was one time when I was working security for the college, and we got a weed call. We show up, knock on the door, and they open it, and there's literally a fan that's on, pointed at the door, blowing their weed smoke into the hallway.
Smart. College, you say?
Seriously.
And they're like, it's you. you're the one that was smoking it. That's why you smell like that.
Baffling.
Tycoon, would he be at a point where he has a casting focus, like he can actually do basic stuff?
Yeah, his belt is.
Oh yeah, the belt. You told me, and I'm just stupid.
He's a nerdy bit, man.
Yeah, Portia and Tycoon showing up. Like, no, you're putting too much energy into it. See, you need to. Holy crap! You've teleported us.
Wait, what do you mean I'm putting too much energy into it? Also, holy crap, he teleported us.
Alright, so this gentleman here would like to talk with Alexis and Portia.
Oh, it's Cody that teleported. And Agent Smith, hi.
We have permits for this. She does.
Well, if I'm not needed, I'm going to go back downstairs, and Reinhardt just swiftly turns and starts walking off.
The doorway is gonna just lead right back into the room.
Shenanigans aside, why are you here?
To speak with all of you.
Well, speak.
We are having issues.
You as in a technocracy in general?
Well, we already know that they have issues in general. I think you mean something more specific.
Yeah, it's obvious. I was just gonna...
Do you need more space worms killed?
That was fun.
There is a group of interest to us, but they are very difficult for us to find. We believe that some of our group may in fact be compromised, and they're channeling information to this organization.
Listen, I understand Yes, I understand your concern. I was very concerned as well when I found out that my phone leaked everything to Google.
You know, you joke, but if they have people in the right locations, that's basically just a global surveillance network for them.
What do you know about them?
See, what you need to do is you need to actually protect your online communications. Thanks to our sponsor for today's episode.
Moving on.
I'm sorry, I had to.
No.
Marten VPN.
You were saying
They are an organization, as far as we are able to tell, who are planning to launch a set of terrorist raids on different groups as well as different locations. What they want and why they are doing it is still currently a mystery. We do know that they have access to extraordinary technology as well as other reality deviant abilities.
And where do you place us on their target list? You wouldn't be here if we weren't on it.
The reason why I'm here is because we do not normally work with mages. Usually
need our help.
That doesn't really answer my question as to why we were the ones that you came to. There's a lot of mages out there.
You come highly recommended.
By whom?
Isaac.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
He's the one who gave me your contact information. And
Okay,
said that you may
if
be able to
Isaac trusts
assist
you,
me.
then I trust you. Well, okay, I don't trust you, but I'm willing to work with you.
Wait, hold on. And why did you need mages specifically? You know, the weird people who do magic and, you know, don't actually think about science.
Well, just because you believe it is magic does not necessarily mean it is so. It simply could be that you are warping reality somehow, or that you are simply tapping into physics that we do not yet understand.
Yeah, it's called magic!
Well,
You say
no,
magic, I say extraordinary physics.
You know, what I do, it perfectly follows the laws of physics. I follow equivalent exchange in order to imbue things with alchemical properties. I don't understand why this is against physics.
He lifts a hand up towards her. It's like, I rest my case.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to dead people.
Or you talk to the energetic remains of beings that do not exist anymore, and you are simply speaking to their last will and testament that doesn't actually have sentience.
That's called a spirit!
Alexis will say, I think you just need to expand your mind a little bit.
You know, echoes are people too. I think that you should give more respect to the remnants of the dead.
I was simply using that as an example. I don't have specialties in that sort of thing.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, I'm fucking with you anyways.
This is why I have my Technocratic to Mage translator and the Mage to Technocratic translator app on my phone, just in case.
Yeah, why do I get the feeling that half of the translations on that are very, very, how to put it, offensive in nature?
It depends, hit or miss.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But yes.
Most of what you do is hit or miss. You either hit the wrong target or miss what you're aiming at.
I can't say we didn't deserve that. But
so what would you like us to do?
We need information. We need to find out who these people are, what they're doing, what they want, and find out exactly what they can do.
I don't think you ever properly explained why you specifically needed mages, though.
Because they have extraordinary technology.
Oh, right.
And they're also compromised. Any information that they're you know, if the technocracy starts going after them, they'll be able to get heads up warning, probably.
There
So it's easier to go to
are
an outside.
There's a leak, and
Yep.
the people have access to magical artifacts. Say it with me. It won't hurt.
extraordinary technology. He's just smiling at you, Portia, when he says that.
Do people use the word magic for anything?
I think they're like not allowed to. I think like his brain implant will electrocute him if he does.
More just, I just don't really believe in magic per se. Magic is something that you can't really understand. I believe that we can't understand what you are doing and such.
You know,
You can understand magic.
I would like to point out that the line between magic and technology isn't a line. It's more of a gradient. And yeah, reality is just kind of pliable. So when I say magic, I'm still referring to the same reality that you are. I'm just using language that's more convenient and more descriptive for what it actually is doing in comparison to what the human brain normally can handle. You know, consensus reality and all that fun stuff.
I should state, just because we're calling it magic, we're not saying it doesn't have a process. We have entire schools dedicated to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to point out that, you know, repeatability is the cornerstone of science, and if you can have a school dedicated to it and training a person in it means that they get successful results and they actually can perform those feats, that does make it a science.
Make technocrats.
Repeatable experiments. Z-snap. Just...
Magic is more... Magic is more... does not follow the laws of physics at all.
Doesn't follow the laws of physics. It just...
As you understand them.
It doesn't follow the law. It skirts the law.
No, I would argue that it is the law. Because the laws of physics as they are understood, that's just consensus reality. I mean, why do you think it is that once you get down to the quantum level, things stop making sense? It's because nobody ever thought that deep about it before.
Not even reality itself.
I hope you realize that we can keep this going indefinitely.
Yes. Look, we would deal with this ourselves, but we don't know how deep we're compromised. So, and we want to find out who and what these fuckers are after before they cause any issues or problems.
So find them all, kill them.
Well,
Honestly,
not necessarily kill. They could be turned.
Could also be a source of useful information too.
Yeah, you could feed them bad intel. You could you could turn them into an ally. You could turn them into an animal. There's a lot of options.
Warren could go back in time to make sure that they never spied on you to begin with. Isn't that right?
That's me.
Stop making time paradoxes.
That's Alexis.
Wait, that's Alexis? I thought that was Warren.
Well, Warren's the one that screwed up the time,
All of you!
ability or the attempt to view the past.
I don't have time magic.
Okay, there's a reason that I only ever slow it down. I never stop it or reverse it. You people play with fire.
I just talk to dead people, and I'm happy with that. And sometimes I kill things.
You're literally the kid from The Shining.
I also got this funny tattoo. Look at it.
Alright, well, bonking aside. Time travel bonking aside. Do you have any leads or any information that we could use to attempt to find them?
We're working on that.
Did they kill anyone?
Yes.
Perfect. I'll start there.
They were able to get into a conceptual vault that we thought we had under lock and key over in Europe.
All right. For Reinhardt. Right, for Reinhardt's part of things, he's probably going to need like some personal effects or at least the legal names of the people that died. Alexis, I think I have something for you that might be able to peek around probable outcomes for this. That's about as far as my planning for this can go.
I think as long as I'm in the areas that they died or that I'm near the body, that should work.
You still have the cadavers? Did you ever recover the cadavers?
No.
I just attempt to.
If they didn't recover them, the area that they died should be good.
The area that they were at is not there anymore.
Okay, then do you have any other personal effects?
Hold on, are we talking like a crater, or are we talking like it is now void?
It was vaporized.
So,
Okay.
crater.
Vaporization should still potentially hold the spirit.
So long as that section of space-time remains intact in and of itself, it doesn't matter what happened to the matter. There, I used your words that time.
He kind of pauses. We aren't sure if any astral remnants would be left after they were destroyed by conceptual weapons.
All right, how about this? How about you just take us to the place, and we'll do what we can.
Unmade, by the way, that's the word you were looking for. That's the word that we would use, so that way in the future, other mages can understand you. I want to update your little book.
Start using your damn app.
Okay. I'll get a private jet set up, and we can take you over to the site.
Jets, how quaint.
Yes, we really... It doesn't sound like we have the time for that. Just tell me the coordinates.
Cody, I think you've gathered enough paradox for the day.
He has not gathered any paradox yet.
You're getting teleport happy. Becoming a... Okay. If Reinhardt can't drink his booze, if you're going to be staging interventions, then I'm going to have an intervention for you and your teleporting.
That's what he does.
It is literally my primary focus of my magic. If you're able to do your stuff with your plans, then I can do my portals. Now, can I get those coordinates?
Yeah, right. As he will begin listing them off to you.
And Cody's punching them into his Marten Maps app on his wrist computer. And he's going to take a look around the area and try to pick somewhere nearby that looks like it'd be uninhabited, and then teleport over there. Or at least open a portal, rather. Or attempt to.
Dialing in landing coordinates.
Roll the reading.
I really need to get my Arete up.
Oof.
Using a point of willpower.
A reedy roll.
2.
That's almost bad.
You are able to open a gateway.
So how is it that Cody hasn't gathered paradox yet today?
Because he hasn't launched yet.
He's also been using it here too.
Right,
his technology is also much safer to use than your guys's.
Right, because it's technology.
Yes.
And I need to specify that I'm trying to verbally I'm trying to verbally do that.
Technology.
And as you step out, so does everyone go through the portal then?
What about Agent Smith here?
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't seem bothered by this. Like this, he's seen his people do this type of thing all the time.
Oh no, Portia's just like, after you.
And he will walk through.
Alright, she'll be following him through. I'm not leaving him unattended in the mansion.
A question.
Yes.
Could Alexis attempt to prophesy and see what this group, like the terroristic acts that they're gonna do?
Sure. Yeah, you could try.
And remember that you are currently fully stocked. She did a round to refill all your stuff.
Yeah, your quintessence.
Her agreed to that really, really easily, and it's making me uncomfortable.
I know, right? He sounded excited, which is never a good thing.
Yeah. I'll give it a shot.
Oh,
The only time that he's excited is the only time he's ever excited is when we're playing into his plans perfectly.
So that's a 5 Arte right there. That's pretty good.
All right, give me a second. I'm going to need a minute real quick.
Oh boy.
Next it's going to be an hour.
I'll start playing Angry Birds on my phone.
I'm slightly upset. I've been tinkering with a little puzzle skull here over on the side, and apparently it has a missing piece. Now I'm sad.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm writing things out to send to Nestle of what he's seeing, because only he's going to see this.
Yeah, that's fine. Just,
Then
filling the
stoner's
dead
going to
air.
Joke.
I'm going to keep going until somebody gives me a reason to stop.
Gun. How about the old new kitchen gun?
That's a reason to stop?
The dupes will continue until morale improves.
Mm-hmm.
We're all just being silly, stupid, and random while we wait.
You see death. You see the world burn.
Peered through the veil, and he's seen it. He has seen what happens when the clowns come.
I'm seeing
The
a lot.
prophecy is true.
Oh, that's what I was doing wrong. I'm stupid. Okay, the skull wasn't missing a piece. I just assembled part of it wrong.
Yay. Kurt's typing out a book here.
You rolled very high.
Oh, wow.
So you got a very, very good, clear vision of something.
Got the entire history of the East India Trading Company. We weren't even rolling for that. And there we go. The skull has now been assembled. Put that back on the altar. There we go. I just noticed what Reinhardt posted in Fantasy Grounds. Technology.
Is that
How did you
meme, like-
just notice that?
Well, because all that was going on over there was dice rolls, so I didn't really have a reason to be looking at it.
Well, okay. And so that's the event that...
That is what you witness in your vision.
Okay. And how certain am I?
100% that is very likely going to happen if nothing is done.
Gotcha.
You also sense that this is going to happen likely in the near future, within the next day, probably.
Oh boy.
And can I tell the office building, like in Empty Springs?
Yes, you would have been able to tell which one it was based on this.
Okay. Is there any technocracy station or as far as I would be aware in that area?
As far as you know, for the supernatural side, that building is owned by the vampires.
Oh crap. Did Tycoon come with us?
He would have been with you, yeah.
Okay.
He's basically right beside you.
The building that was destroyed?
Yes.
Okay.
That was owned by the vampires.
Okay. Interesting. So I guess I'll mention this to the group. I'll describe the whole event. And I guess I can just copy paste this into the Horizon Lost Mage.
For the viewers, I would prefer you, read it off or something.
Okay. I saw a vision of empty springs. It's a man on a rooftop looking towards what seems to be an office building. Reaches out a hand and a long sword appears almost out of thin air. Sword ignites with a bright golden light as he lifts it above his head, the light glowing brightly before he swings the blade forward. A great shockwave of light shattering glass and causing the buildings and streets to shake. Blade of light impacts the building and obliterates it, basically all but erasing it from existence, leaving a seared hole where the building once was. The man leapt off of the roof he was on, air jumping towards the crater before landing there, reaching out and grabbing the only thing that remained in the seared area, a faintly glowing sword that he grabbed. Pale, severed hand was holding the hilt, and whoever belonged to the hand is not around anymore. Hand turns ash after it falls off. The man gets the blade, and both weapons vanish before he takes off running.
So, how much acid have you dropped?
Enough, evidently.
Note, I just want to state real quick too, you did not hear any sound in your vision. All it was sight, so you did not hear anything said or anything like that.
Okay. Could I see his lips move at any point?
Yes.
And I would
Specifically, he said
suppose-
something. He said something before he unleashed that giant wave of light.
I'm guessing my gift of tongues merit wouldn't necessarily go to lip reading.
He was speaking English.
Okay.
But you would not be able to identify exactly what he said.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. So I guess I'll ask Agent Anderson if he's aware of any any swords that the vampires might have, I guess, in that area.
Did you do your vision before walking through the portal or afterwards?
I think after we'd all gone through.
Okay. So while you were having your vision and such, he was showing you guys the remains of a very large hill and what looks to be a castle, or at least might have been. There's mostly a very large hole where it used to be. Welcome to...
This reminds me, what happened to our dragon?
What? He's back at the...
The werewolves are the ones that have the dragon.
Yeah, werewolves are the ones who have the dragons.
I thought it was the mages for some reason. Never mind, continue.
I was very confused for a second.
Welcome to Cadbury Castle in Somerset. This was where we were doing research on conceptual weaponry.
Did it have anything to do with chocolate?
No.
Sorry.
That would be good against werewolves.
So, has he shared what his vision was with the rest of us?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so allow me to translate here. Any of the individuals who have below normal body temperature and an allergy to ultraviolet light that may also imbibe regularly in the life fluids of other things. Would any of them happen to have a sharp piece of metal with wood on one end that causes thermal and kinetic anomalies?
Portia, hold on. You accept that vampires are real?
They are deviants from reality, but they are creatures that can be studied, quantified, and identified. Just because they correspond with the myths, why change what works? It makes it easier for newer agents to understand.
You accept that vampires exist, and yet magic doesn't.
I did not say magic did not exist. I simply said that everything in the world can be quantifiable, and magic intrinsically is not. Because it cannot be scientifically replicated over and over and over again.
I literally have to make my sigils exactly, otherwise they don't work. That's replication.
Listen, what he's saying is that instead, like, let me bring up an example here. You all have seen, like, The Walking Dead and, like, all those other zombie movies, right? Anyone?
Look, for the record, I've written journals on performic hemophilia before. I'm just being absolutely demeaning to him because I have no respect for the technocracy.
I know, but I'm still trying to make a point. You people have seen zombie movies, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you know how in different forms of zombie media, they never call them zombies? It's always walkers or, you know,
shamblers.
Exactly. So why don't they just call them zombies? Everyone would call them zombies.
Did your accent just change?
No.
I keep telling you he's actually British. No one listens to me.
So what he is saying is that if you have some things that looks like a vampire, we might as well just call it a vampire. Instead of calling it something like,
Before hemophilia?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not to say that magic doesn't exist. You all are able to do things, as he kind of waves a hand to Cody.
For the record, I'm stealing that from Elder Scrolls, because that's the disease you get that leads to vampirism.
Oh.
That's where I got that from.
The issue is many of your groups tend to put a very unscientific mysticism to things.
Slow head turn to Warren.
He's looking directly at Warren when he says that.
Just a smile on my face.
You're just mad you don't understand. You're just mad you can't cast Fireball. You know who can cast Fireball? This guy.
Many of you, it seems, tend to consider your magic to be more scientific, more in line for our own beliefs, that magic is simply either natural laws that we do not understand or a way to interact with the natural world in ways that is not yet common. It is not you wave your hand, speak some magic words, and throw a fireball at somebody, as he's looking at Warren.
No, technically,
To
doesn't
be
Warren do
fair,
that?
I've seen him actually do that.
But
Yes.
isn't it fun?
I mean, look at him.
Welcome to the remains of Cadbury Castle. Please don't make me regret this.
Yeah.
I'm already getting a headache.
Somebody cracked
Right.
Cadbury's egg.
That's what I was
Reinhardt
asking.
begins walking into the crater.
The crater is like not glass, but it's so smooth that you're not sure what would possibly do that.
Oh,
Alright,
I step into the crater and I'm like, whee!
I think you
pretty
might want to get a
much.
Geiger counter.
Tycoon, welcome to your first field app. Split up and look for clues. Just don't leave eyesight or earshot.
Oh, is he with
He'll
us?
nod. Yeah,
Yep.
he came.
Okay.
So another question: could Alexis attempt to view the past
Yes, you could.
with nobody else interfering or doing anything? Warren,
Okay.
I gotta say, I love for Reinhardt stepping onto this, the glassed area, the crater, whatever. The only
Mhm.
thing that came to mind was the scene from Rick and Morty where Rick's like, "Okay, you want perfectly flat? Here you go."
yeah, perfect level.
Yes.
Everything is crooked!
Glimpse the cosmic slaughter. But anyway, yeah, if that's possible to just view it without actually having to open a portal to, give anyone in particular the opportunity of causing paradox. Would that cause
Yes.
paradox for me?
Not if you're just looking at yourself.
But I wasn't there. I was wanting to see the castle before it was destroyed to try to figure out who,
Yep, you could
identify
do that.
any of
As long as it's just you seeing it in your head, yeah, you're fine.
the. Okay, all right, give that a shot.
So you can make an arete roll.
I did.
Boop. Viewing the past.
So aiming to just like maybe an hour before the castle was destroyed, perhaps. I'm trying to speed watch that hour.
Okay.
The entrance specifically to see if anyone actually goes in.
You zoom out a little bit, and you can see a group of figures approaching. On the outside, this place looks to be sort of abandoned ruins. And as you watch, one of the figures you see, it's not the lead figure, it's one of the others, is the same person you saw from your other vision.
I thought so.
The lead one you are not able to see the face of, or most of his body. He is wearing a suit of plate armor with a very long white fur cape. And his helmet is in the shape of a roaring lion. He is moving...
just Alexis, you thought so? What? Oh, he's having a vision.
You see with this, the other people are just in regular outfits, regular clothing. You see the head one, the actual knight, extend his hand, reach out, and out of thin air just pull out a very long lance. Maybe... The lance begins to glow before he just extends it upwards, and a large, twisted beam of light shoots up into the sky before coming down like a drill. And it looks like this is what did that. It hit the ruins, went through, and you can see like a half dozen explosions within your vision as the facilities buried deep under here, the research facility that had been built. You watch as basically everyone within it just get vaporized and unmade.
How long is he in this vision?
It's seconds for him, or for you guys. It's much longer for him.
Yep.
And then once everything is done, you see them go into the crater. And eventually, like maybe about a half hour later, come back out.
Do they have anything?
Not that you see, but they seem pleased with themselves based on their expressions and such.
And I don't recognize any of them, I assume.
You only recognize the one you saw in your future vision. That's
Right.
it.
And that wasn't the knight.
No.
Or was it?
Mm-mm. The knight is specifically someone different.
But one of the group was the guy
Is
that I
the
saw.
one who vaporized the building, yes.
Okay. Okay, well, not much information to be gleaned from that.
There's about 7 here.
7. Okay.
Portia took the opportunity to balance a rock on his head.
It's only a couple seconds. I don't even know if y'all notice anything's wrong, but...
Meanwhile, Reinhardt is setting up his voodoo stuff in the bottom of the crater.
Okay.
Voodoo stuff.
I don't know how else to...
This poor technocrat.
If I were to see any of these 7 people, would I recognize them after having that vision?
Yes.
Okay. Could I mix... while in the vision, could I mix my mind sphere and try to read their minds?
You could attempt to, yes. But that way could set off anyone who has
Right.
temporal magic if they are mages. They might be able to sense you.
And would they have been able to sense me looking at them, since I was using time magic?
None of them seem to respond to you.
Okay.
Well, you're looking at the past, though. Or I guess from their perspective would have been their future that was looking back at them, so never mind. Time is annoying.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Gotta go back in time.
Gotta go back in time.
Okay. Well, I'll relay this to everybody, but it's not really all that helpful, unfortunately. Although I
Vampire
could
Lord,
ID them.
use Giga Drill.
Yeah, pretty much. Although
was
I could
super
ID them
effective.
now if I had a way of getting a lineup or something.
Unprepared scientist fainted.
Yes, you were able to see when this drill went into the facility, it started to unravel and tendrils of light began to rush through the hallways. Anyone it touched basically just dissolved and vanished.
Now I couldn't I couldn't follow them into the crater when they went down there, right?
When you tried to follow them directly into the crater, if you did, you would have seen them basically walk through the facility to a vault.
Which is what he already knew or told us.
And when he broke through the vault using the spear, it literally was like one slash, and the entire metal gate just got cleaved in two. And when they walked in, there were many weapons set up there, or like what looks to be the remains of them. One of them looks to be the remains of a sword that you see the one from your vision touch, pick up, and when he does, it takes the form of the weapon that you remember seeing from your first vision.
I see. Okay, well, still not necessarily all that helpful with being able to identify them, but at least we know what they want to do. One of them, at least.
Right. What are you up to, Reinhardt, after you get everything set up?
Well, once I get everything set up, I'm going to start doing my little ritual to commune with the spirits of the dead of this area.
Make an arete roll.
Bum 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 bum. So sad. One arete.
Okay, that's enough to succeed.
Are there any spirits here?
Reinhardt, there are no spirits at all in this area. You know, though, that is not possible. There should be something here. There is not.
All right, I'm gonna flip into the Umber real quick.
Okay. This entire place looks like it has been turned to stone.
Any Bane spirits or anything sitting around?
No.
Okay. This place just looks as glass as it does in real life.
Worse. It looks much worse in the spirit world than it does in the mortal world.
Alright, I flip back into reality. I'm gonna ask the Technocrat if he knew the names of any of the people. Maybe if I try to target one specifically, I can see where they are.
Yeah, he would be able to give you the specifics of every person who lived here, who worked here.
All right, I'm just gonna take one from the list at random. I'm gonna try to like focus casting on them to try to reach out to their spirit beyond the veil, wherever it is.
Okay, make your arete roll.
Alrighty. One.
That is enough to succeed. There is no sign of them at all. There is nothing.
I don't like this.
What have you found?
They don't exist.
That typically happens when oh, you mean okay.
Oh dear.
That's not good.
It's very not good. Not many
Very,
things
very
can do
good.
that.
Let me translate for the incapacitated person. The psionic signatures that are typically left behind from a consciousness persisting beyond the death of the corporeal form do not exist here when normally they should, which is very bad.
Don't treat him like an idiot. He knows what ghosts are.
No, they're not ghosts. They're remnant energy. Ooh.
You're just gonna keep doing this, aren't you?
Until you're willing to
get your application out.
I would have to increase her rent if she didn't.
Look, until you're willing to be more open to the fact that people use terminology other than yours, and that just because they perceive the world a little bit differently doesn't mean their methods don't work, yeah, I'm going to keep mocking you. Because I hate doctrines.
Why do you deal with Warren?
Because I'm
funny
quiet.
story about...
Because she's terrified of if she tried not to?
Okay, here's the thing when it comes to Warren. I really don't get along with him. In fact, I recently had a very serious heart-to-heart where I explained just how difficult it is to get along with him, but because I'm a professional, I'm trying to push past it. However, I only have to do that because he's Coven. You're not.
There are... He kind of pauses. We were simply doing research here on conceptual weaponry and attempting to understand and quantify them. This was a research location based on what many would have called Arthurian legend.
Well, if I have to go off of anything, I would say whatever weapon you were developing succeeded greatly.
There wasn't one weapon here.
Well, it only takes one.
We were simply trying to do research and understand them, and to see how and what created that power and attempt to understand it.
Listen, if someone tries to reverse engineer a nuke and accidentally sets it off, this is kind of what you end up looking at. So if there's a magical equivalent...
And conceptual weaponry do not work like conventional weapons. They work more on concept and belief. Mortal belief is what shapes them and makes them dangerous.
Right. So, if someone believed that one of these things would explode...
Okay, I would like to point out something. Just because the people that are handling them at the time don't believe that they'll do that thing, that doesn't mean the person who made it isn't able to imbue it with that, that psionic signature. That, not consensus. What's the term you're using? Conceptual state?
Yes. At least that's what we call them. For you guys, brain work for me. These are basically shoot. Brain, work for me, please.
No.
Tanya, what do you have again on your character sheet? The coffee mug?
The coffee pot?
Yes.
Wonder?
These are wonders, basically, in your speak. Someone basically broke into a vault and stole these things. Except they know how to use them.
So, do you know who?
He shakes his head. There
Yes,
wasn't
we're
any
here to find out.
surveillance. There wasn't any surveillance footage really of them. We got only bits and pieces, spotty at best.
So right now, the best surveillance footage we have to go by is what Alexis was able to gather.
Yeah, I can try to describe the people to him, can't I?
Yeah, you could try.
I shall do so.
He can put out information and feelers to see if they can get anything back. Especially on the one that you described that had the lance, but
Well,
otherwise,
it probably would not be in your best interest to send out your own information and feelers.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
They would only be able to do it with people that they trusted. Even then, that might also help them figure out who is leaking information.
Well, either way, there's a chance that that'll only alert them that we're after them, and then the trail will be lost much easier. We need to make them think that they are secure. And that no one is looking for them.
We haven't exactly gained any new information, though. We have nothing to follow up on.
We haven't, and I'm not saying we won't be putting out feelers, but we specifically should not be using the technocracy.
We recognize the vampires.
Well, if we have any form of descriptors or anything, Alexa shared what they had.
Or can Cody ask Domino?
Cody could ask Domino.
The sound of someone who doesn't want to ask Domino. Well, we can put out those descriptors.
I was a little distracted by chat. What exactly is What exactly?
We're trying to ID the people that were that destroyed the castle, but we can't really do that through the technocracy because they're compromised.
After Reinhardt tried to find some souls in the area, he found that the souls of the people who died here don't fucking exist, which basically means that people have been deleted from existence.
It was the Martens. The Martens used Unmake.
How dare they? But people have been deleted from existence.
Cody is going to send a message to, a mental thought towards Domino. Asking about this.
I have something for you to do, and no one still wants that.
Domino will appear almost instantaneously.
Ah, fucking.
Hey, Agent Smith, explain this one. Go.
Domino is serious. As he looks at you, Cody. What do you require of me, my knight?
Holy crap, he's not smiling.
We need information.
He'll nod as he looks towards the very, very large hole.
I'll describe the lead Lionheart dude. Anybody you know?
Okay, Anderson, he's normally not serious, so I'm actually going to be serious for a little bit.
You are certain that is what you saw. You are certain.
Absolutely.
Wait, that wasn't the same armor as the Changeling, was it?
No. It was not.
Okay. Good.
It was cold steel.
Right.
You lower the volume.
Yeah, it was not
Yeah.
cold iron. This was very...
Cold iron, yeah. Thanks.
No worries.
I asked Foss to turn on the TV a little bit. Not sure if y'all could hear it.
Nope.
Okay.
He could a little when you were talking.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Let's see. So, you were right to call me my knight. This is an issue.
How bad are we talking?
That weapon that your friend saw is what your legends and myths would call Ragnaminiad.
No. Can you spell that, please?
Immediately looking that up on the phone.
Rhongomyniad. Ragnaminiad.
Interesting.
Out of character, there's no way I'm going to remember that.
You're fine.
I'm taking notes.
It is the spear that was said to be used by King Arthur himself.
Mm-hmm.
The Spear of King Arthur.
Yes, from Arthurian legend.
Welsh Arthurian legend.
And it seems to be to Domino, he actually looks like serious and almost scared. It is a very powerful weapon. One that was thought to have been lost to myth and legend.
Well, let me do one better, and I'll describe the sword that I saw in the future vision.
Excalibur.
Yeah.
I know that weapon well.
So
The
some shadowy
Excalibur?
group is gathering up the Arthurian weapons for badness.
Oh boy.
Yes, the Excalibur. Or, I should take that back. No, it is not the Excalibur. The actual blade is currently with someone that is friends with the werewolves.
You know, it's interesting that the spear is called Ragnaminiad, but they're not calling the sword Kelfadwitch. Because that's what Excalibur was called in that version. I'm sorry, that's a tangent. Continue.
No, you're good. It is the weapon that you are describing is more of a idea of the weapon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Given form. It's somewhat similar to what we can do, or what mages can do, to create a concept, an item, a belief, and then give it physical form. In this case, what you are describing is the legend of the weapon rather than the weapon itself.
So who currently has the actual weapon?
So Anderson. Oh, sorry.
His name is Jason. He is a knight currently based in Empty Springs, Colorado.
Oh, that's convenient.
He wields the actual ancient Excalibur.
So perhaps they're destroying the actual weapons and then claiming the legendary versions, or the conceptual versions.
Can you describe the weapon to me that you saw in the vision? The other one.
Spear?
No, the one that you had with Excalibur. Can you describe that second sword to me?
Oh, sure.
He's going to pause and kind of consider.
And he was asking about the weapon that destroyed the building.
He's asking about the weapon specifically from the second weapon that was in the remains of the destroyed building.
Okay, so I'm a little confused. So there is one sword that had the hand on it.
Yes, that's the one he's asking about.
Okay, but the Excalibur was the one that he used to destroy the building.
Correct, yes.
Ah, okay, I got it.
So, Anderson.
Thank you.
The Arthurian legends are a matter of consensus reality.
Yes.
So, how much weight do you think those carry inside your paradigm?
If enough people believe in something, that would be what gives its power.
Yeah, exactly.
If these
We're
people are
dealing with
able
something
to...
that even sleepers recognize.
Which means... This is trouble. This is very, very, very trouble. That means these weapons are going to draw from belief. And that means if they are used, the more people believe and see them, the stronger they will get.
Yep.
What does Domino have to say about the weapon that was
It is a
stolen?
weapon. It is a weapon known as Galantine.
Spell it, please.
Galatine. This is one that your myths do not hold very much with. It was not a weapon used very often. But it does exist. Its owner lives in Empty Springs. He is a vampire from the days of the Round Table.
So, the individual I described that was on the building, does that sound like Jason?
No, that is not Jason.
So Jason
Sir Jason would not do such a thing. He is a very noble soul. I have encountered him a few times. Not always on the same side.
Little side thing here. Just responding to some stuff in chat. Drafar, yeah, there's no drinking on the streams. As a matter of fact, I'm actually waiting until after the streams to enjoy all my New Year's stuff.
Yeah, we've had issues of people drinking and
getting a little bit crazy.
It sounds like Sir Jason is in danger.
But
Possibly,
like I was saying, sorry.
Go ahead.
Like I was saying, Drafar, you can use Ethereal Influence if you would like to insert a character named after yourself. But beyond that, we're also not looking for more players at this time. Alright, go ahead.
What did you say again, Alexis?
I was saying that Sir Jason's probably in danger now because somebody's gonna steal Excalibur, so maybe that should be our next place we
Possibly.
go.
If they're going for the true weapon, yes.
We have an exact location.
We have the location where the building's gonna be destroyed.
Yes.
Well, it's more referring to the owner. Yeah, Domino just gave an exact street address, didn't he?
Yeah. He would have been able to tell you exactly where it is.
Where Jason is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So we can go to him and give him advance warning, potentially
That's
offer
kind of what I'm
protection?
thinking. Tell him to skip town. or otherwise be on the lookout, or I'm not sure what exactly he can do. These people sound pretty powerful. But if we can stop... Yeah, if we can stop Excalibur from being stolen, then we can stop that future from coming to pass.
I know what you're thinking, and time magic is not the way.
Nope, I'm not thinking time magic. We're averting a very likely future. Do we have anything else we can learn from here?
Not really.
Is there anything else that you would want to?
So, Anderson, do you have at the disposal of the technocracy any surefire things that can cripple, weaken, or, outright kill those of the undead persuasion?
Yes, we do have things like that.
Because right now we have a villain and we have a known target. That target can be adapted into bait.
Was Jason affiliated with the werewolves or just like a ally?
Ally. He was a protector of humanity.
We met him?
I'm trying to remember if you guys have met him or not. I don't think you guys have. I
Not
think
in
it's
the
only
Mage
the
game.
werewolves.
No.
Okay,
we
yep.
haven't.
All I know is if he's worthy enough to carry that sword, then he's the kind of person that'd be willing to put his life on the line to stop these unfortunate ends.
True. I think that should be our next stop then. Does anybody have any other business here?
Tycoon, you find anything?
He shakes his head as he comes walking back over.
There's no dead people, so I'm useless.
Your information was very useful.
And it was a sterile lab underground, and everything on the surface has been blasted, so there's not much that I can do.
I'm going to thank Domino without actually saying the word.
He will nod.
Your assistance on this matter was appreciated.
Exactly.
If you need me, call me and I will come.
Serious moment
Friends in high
over?
places.
And then Domino will vanish.
Okay, serious moment is over. All right, Agent Smith, let's go.
Oh, there is something. Since you are all willing to help and assist, I have gotten authorization in order to, as he pulls out basically FBI badges and gives them all to you.
We're being indoctrinated.
These badges also contain within them basically access to accounts. If you need money, it is there. And if you need to get anywhere, these will get you in.
Reinhardt?
Money!
No. Reinhardt? No.
Wait, you need to get where?
Anywhere, apparently.
Well, I mean, yeah, an FBI badge pretty much is a go anywhere badge.
I think it's what he was asserting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some money.
Thank you, sir. Reinhardt, no.
Wait, how much money? I heard money mentioned. Sorry, Caddy just got out of bed and he's waggling glow sticks in my face.
Thank you.
But yes. I just wanted to make sure I was able to get those to you before he will lead you guys back through to head back to Empty Springs.
Does this make me an official government agent? Does that mean my investigations are now sanctioned by the US government?
Yes, while you're working with me.
Can I just stay working with you for a good while?
Technically, I was already working with the government to a degree, so.
Now it's official.
I have literally needed to fight legislation to be able to investigate things, where police are involved. This would be very nice to keep.
Yeah, unfortunately, all the stuff that I usually work with deals with corporations, and they're above the law, so this doesn't actually do anything.
I think here is a good endpoint, considering I got a message. Yes, time, and Taldaris wants to hop into the server to get ready too.
5 experience points, everybody.
Thank you.
Ba-ching! Starting off the new year with 100.
Good job, everyone.
Good game, y'all. Okay.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you all so much for joining us so far on the stream today. That was Horizon Lost World of Darkness Mage. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around, as well as picking up some card packs through Stream Loots or using our Humble Bundle partner link. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye.
Thanks for coming, folks.
Bye.